Welcome to Southwest Yard and Garden. I'm John White. Today we're going to be talking about a major pecan insect in at least the southern part of the state. And with me today is Extension Entomologist Carol Sutherland. And Carol, this pest that has shown up now, how long have we had it in the state and what kind of things do we have to look for?
Okay, the pest that we're talking about today is the pecan weevil. We've had it here in well, of course, it's a native insect to the United States, but we've had it in New Mexico on at least two major occasions. One was back at the end of the 1960s, early 1970s, where it was infesting pecans just over in Otero County near Tularosa. Those were eradicated, and then we have been free of pecan weevil as far as we knew until several years ago. And then right about Christmas, just shortly before Christmas, we were informed that there were some of these unusual looking nuts that were picked up by a pecan cleaner over in Tularosa. We went to the site immediately upon receiving the specimens because they looked like it was pecan weevil again. And we were able to verify it, trace it back to the point where these pecans were grown. And an eradication program has started again for that particular pest.
And what do we want to, as a grower or as a consumer of pecans, what kind of things do we want to be on the lookout for and then report?
All right. Well, I have some examples here of some stick-tight nuts that were recovered from the Tularosa area. We might mention also that these pests are now known to occur in Doña Ana and in Luna counties as well. We have a commercial grower involved in both Otero and in Doña Ana, and we have just backyard pecan trees in Luna County. But these have the potential of spreading throughout the production area unless people are aware. What we're looking at here, these are stick-type pecans. I've got 3 in my hand. These are indicative of the kind of damage that you would find. Sometimes as the shucks begin to dry on these, they will slip a little bit, and the hole through the shuck will not line up with the hole in the pecan nut.
Okay, now case bearer damage would have a frass and stuff, whereas
frass and a little bit, frass
very clean
and
hole.
A little bit of silk usually associated with the opening. The openings for case bearer are usually quite irregular. And these, as you can see, look almost precision. They're just round.
I see there looks like a little bit of a raised area around the hole also.
This is an emergence hole here, so when the grub that's on the inside consuming the nut meat completes its development, it chews through the woody nut and then through the shuck in this case, and then shinnies out. So it does make that tissue flare as it pushes its way out. This is what you can look for as a harvester. Whether you're commercial or a backyard person, look for evidence like this, or if the shuck has been removed, notice these emergence holes in these finished and clean nuts. These are about the size of a BB or maybe a little bit smaller, like they are on this nut. There's usually 1, sometimes there can be 2 on a nut.
And they're kind of perfectly round?
Just almost perfectly round.
Whereas a bird peck has a broken edge around it.
Right. A bird peck is usually quite a bit larger hole, and many times, too, because it's an impact injury where the bird pecks the nut, it'll be slightly crushed in from around the margin of the nut. And these are not. These are just perfect. If you look at it, if you were to look at them with magnification from the inside, you would find even the tooth marks of the grub as it's been chewing its way round and round and round, making these holes.
What does the grub look like?
Well, the grub is a C-shaped, kind of ivory-colored creature that looks just about like this. They have no legs. They do have a reddish-brown head, which is why they've earned the common name of redhead in the southeast. They have no legs. This usually kind of ivory-white body. It's very wrinkly. They wiggle and squirm when you find them inside a nut. They're probably just full of pecan nut meat, so imagine if you were to consume one, it'd probably taste like a pecan nut meat.
Okay. But, how about the adult on these?
Okay. This would be the stage that one might find if you harvested a nut and if the emergence hole were not already drilled in here. You might be able to find the larvae inside the nut as you're cracking it or cleaning it. Okay, the adult stage, which of course everybody thinks they're going to find, but I really don't think they will. is present in the late summer. What we have here, these pin specimens, we have the female here on the left and the male on the right. The female is distinguished by the fact that she has a really long snout, which exceeds her body length considerably. It's rather slender, hair-like. These insects, because you can see these are tan or brown, kind of mottled in color, they're very difficult to see against the tree bark, which is what they crawl up.
Okay. Well, Carol, thank you very much for being a guest on Southwest Yard and Garden.
Sure.
And we do want to remind people again that if you do find suspicious pecan nuts with holes in them, we would like to get those reported, and either bring them into your local county extension office, or get them sent in some way that we can get those checked. We'd prefer them to be checked at the county extension office in case it is a weevil situation, and then they can be frozen, taken care of that way. If you're sending them in, we hate to have a weevil come in through the mail. So, but we would like to see those. So we would like to get the alert out for people when you're buying pecans this year to check, and if you see any suspicious pecans, to be sure and get those reported.